your first alert station, and our weather team is always here to help you plan ahead with your Super 7-day forecast.
That's right. Let's check in now with meteorologist Liz Braden. And Liz, yesterday, we dealt with some fog. Today, in some areas, is that a concern?
We could deal with a little bit of patchy fog, but it's similar to what we saw yesterday. It's pretty light in nature, so I don't really expect it to cause any major delays. However, I do think that changes for tomorrow morning. I'm giving you the first alert specifically to tomorrow, where I think that fog could be very thick and very stubborn again. So I walk you through the timeline for tomorrow. Tomorrow by about 5 a.m. we're starting to see that fog coming in from the west. And really the key thing that we've been dealing with this week is that hour or two right before sunrise. That's when we see the fog at its worst, and that's what I expect for Friday. That can be a little bit deceiving because in some spots by 6 a.m. you're okay, and then by 7 to 8 a.m. it's very difficult to see, and that's the situation I expect for tomorrow. So I think it's a good idea tomorrow, as you get ready for your day, set your alarms a little bit earlier and make sure you have a way to keep up with your child's school district just in case any delays are issued for Friday. Today, though, I really don't expect that to be a major issue for us. Right now, we take the look at Fog Tracker for your current timeline. And at the moment, we have visibility down to about 3 miles in Auburn, but that sensor is at the DeKalb Airport, which is a little bit more of a rural stretch, so it usually tends to go on the lower side. Nonetheless, touch and go fog still possible as you start out your morning. The cloud cover this morning helps to prevent that from getting too thick. We'll see sunshine later on. We warm up in time for the weekend. Temperatures in the low 80s with plenty of sun. If you're going to events like Fort for Fitness Fall Festival, by about 8 a.m. temperatures are in the mid 50s. By 10 a.m. mid 60s, and by noon mid 70s. When do we reach the low 80s? Closer to the evening, and we'll hold on to evening 80s for Sunday and Monday. Going into next week, we still have a fairly warm stretch for the beginning of the week, but I'm looking at that next cold front coming in, which looks to be sometime around Wednesday to Thursday. That drops us back down to a high of 76 by Wednesday.
Okay, looks great, Liz. Thanks so much.